So Travel with Zoe said this.
I think the narrative around this Ishowspeed Caribbean tour would be if he was white. I feel like it would be so different. Like, I'm just imagining the comments. Like, right now, I'm seeing some people kind of getting a little bit shamed if they're literally, like, running after him or something. But aside from that, I'm not really seeing people being shamed for, like, coming out of their house to try and see him or to give him something or whatever. I'm not really seeing people being shamed for that. And, you know, people and social media pages seem to be thinking that his opinion is valid and that his opinion is important, like about these different islands and stuff. But I feel like if he was white now, the commentary would be so different. It would be like, why do we even care about his opinion? Like, we don't need his opinion about our culture. And if anyone was seen, like, giving him something or trying to go after him to get a selfie or something, I feel like they'd be told, oh, you're stuck in this mentality of worshipping white people. Like, oh, you need to stop thinking that white is better. Oh, remember, this person has no talent. He's only popular because he's white.
And I think that's a poor take on his way. Let's take into context that Ishowspeed came here to showcase our culture. His purpose was to do so. And so his ratings and the way that he's done it for other islands, because other countries, other continents, because it's not only here he's been, has been something that has boosted not only the attention placed on the country, but it has shown a drastic increase in searches, hits, and results. I have people who live in the States that are Trinidadians that are telling me that their feed is crazy with people saying, I never know Trinidad had all that. I never know Trinidad had this and that and the other. I want to go try this in Trinidad and Tobago, because the culture capsule that they exposed him to and that he then exposed millions of people to was very well curated. Big up Junior Lee and all those involved. Was very well curated. So it wasn't about being black or white. It was about the objective of him coming here and what his platform was geared to do, not only for Trinidad, but the Caribbean and the culture of the Caribbean. Now, what she's saying does have a slight point. We do have a lot of favor to the looser textures and paler colors. And we do have a lot of issues with prioritizing white supremacist viewpoints. We do have colorism, texturism, and racism in the country. But I think even if it was a white content creator that came down with the same objective, that he would have been embraced the same way. For instance, the guy that walked across Trinidad and Tobago with no money to emphasize kindness. Yeah, I think somebody did try to rob him, but that is besides the point. He got to emphasize a lot of kindness. What about the yacht guys or the guys who came to Trinidad and one of the Motor Life guy gave them a home to stay in and KFC gave them food? We are just a welcoming people. So I do not think that the narrative would have been, oh, it's a white person and that's why they care about the white person's thoughts, because one, we do care about white people's thoughts as part of our culture that we need to move away from. And two, if the objective was to highlight us as a people, we would have embraced that opportunity. Even when the foodie guy came down here with Zach and that foodie guy highlighted our culture. He's been here more than once. He highlighted our culture. And what about Christmas List? When he came down here to highlight the negative things, he was allowed to do so too because of his skin. But I think the take was terrible, and I also think it was terrible coming from someone who also benefits from that color of her skin. In every country she's gone to, there are people, there are locals who say, if I do that I get robbed, or if I do that this or the other. And there was a conversation a couple of years ago about if a black person, a black female, did what Zoe does, they would be considered a piper and or a vagrant. And the kind of words that would be used to describe what they were doing is not the same. That there's not the same respect that Zoe is given on platforms with brands or with artists or with anybody she's collaborating with. If it was a black woman doing the same thing, she wouldn't have gotten the opportunities that Zoe got. And Raheem already made a video talking about that angle of it, so you should guys go watch that. But tell me, what do you think about Zoe's take? Think it's good? Is it bad? Is it true? Is it not? Or do you think that she's just being a little salty?